tree up, you don't have to move, baby. I got the tree, I'm gonna step on you. You got the tree up, and presents, and stockings, and even have a nativity set. Oh. That nativity set reminds me of when I was a kid. My mom would always put the nativity set on top of the TV. Back then, our TV, the screen was about this big, but the whole TV was the size of a couch. Nowadays, they're about this thick, and they hang on the wall. You can't put anything on top of there. But every year, she'd put the nativity set out, and I'd sit there and look at it, look at all the camels and the donkeys and baby Jesus and Joseph and Mary. And I think it'd be a good idea to tell you that story. It's the true story of Christmas. It's not about Santa Claus, not about donkeys. About 2,000 years ago, a little more than 2,000, there was a man by the name of Caesar Augustus. And he wanted everyone to come to town so he could count them all. He wanted to know how many people lived in his area. Well, Mary and Joseph, they lived way out in the country, and they had to walk to town. So Joseph saddled up a donkey, put Mary on the donkey, and he walked Mary to town. And when they got to town, Joseph began looking for a hotel. But all the hotels were booked. There wasn't a room available in town. Joseph went from hotel to hotel looking for a place to stay. Every place was full because everyone had come to town just to be counted. Well, finally Joseph goes to this one guy at a hotel, and the guy says, no, there's not any room in the inn, but y'all can stay out there in the barn if you want to. So Joseph and Mary walked out to the barn. Joseph made a little pallet on the ground for Mary to lay on because she wasn't feeling good. And then he sat down. Later that night, baby Jesus was born. Mary and Joseph sat there all night looking at this newborn baby, this miracle that they'd been given, who would soon be the Savior of the world. So they sat there silently all night looking at this baby. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. While they were sitting there in the barn, looking at baby Jesus, being thankful, on the outside of town there was a pasture. And in the pasture there were some shepherds. They're sitting out there in the dark, and it was cold. And they're watching over their sheep that night, when all of a sudden, everything lit up around them. And an angel appeared, and the shepherds were afraid. And the angel said, don't be scared. I've come to tell you something good. Tonight, in town, a baby has been born. He'll be the Savior of the world. You'll find him in a barn, lying lying in a manger and wrapped in swaddling clothes. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the sky looked down where he lay, the little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. Anyway, the angel disappeared. The guys looked at each other and they said, we ought to go to town and go worship this baby and go see it for ourselves. So they went to town, and just as the angel said, they found baby Jesus lying in a manger. This would have been the first Noel. The first Noel, the angels did say, was to serve the poor shepherds in fields where they lay, in fields where they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. So while they're down there looking at the baby Jesus and worshiping, there was a lot of stuff going on this night. It wasn't necessarily a silent night. There was a whole lot of things happening. Mary and Joseph had to walk to town. They had to find a place to stay. Baby Jesus was born. The angel appeared to the shepherds. And also, there were 3 wise men way off in a whole different country who had been waiting for a sign from God that a new king would be born. And God placed in the sky a special star. And when they saw this star, they knew that the king had been born. So they jumped on their camels and they took off, following the star. And the star led them right to Jesus. They got off their camels and they presented Jesus with gifts. They gave him frankincense, myrrh, and gold. And I'll bet you anything they sang a song like this. The words should show up on the screen here in a second. If y'all will join us, that'd be good. Joy to the world, the Lord is come.